Greetings everyone, and welcome to another episode of Minecrafting with Ultra. I am Ultra, and today I've decided we are going to do a little bit of hoeing around because I would like to be a farmer. Step one is for old McRamage to actually have a farm. So I got to work planting a wheat field and next to that a big old carrot field. That wasn't enough though, so across the road I made this little area here by the pond into a wheat field that was like kind of post-harvest, and I thought that was kind of a cool little touch. And now that we have something for the farmer to do, we're gonna need a place for them to live. And I think I have just the spot. Right up here, kind of at this cliffside, at the edge of town, right at the edge of all the fields here, I think this will be the perfect spot for our farmhouse. And I've had a pretty good idea of what I wanted it to look like for quite a while now, because I've actually had a lot of inspiration for this farmland, especially since I got the fields in. But even before that, I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to do over here with this part of the village, but there was just other things I wanted to get done first. I finished up the house. I did do the interior. I'll show you guys that in a bit. And I got the pathway connected around to where we ended off last episode. And that is over here by our new barn. And this might just be my favorite build that I've done in this entire world. No joke. I had a really clear picture in my mind of what I wanted this thing to look like based off of several inspiration concept art images, as well as some actual real life barns that are in the area of where I live. And so I used all that, put it all together, and then I let my brain kind of think on it for a while. Because like I said, I've known that this farm area was going to be here for a long time. And this is what I came up with. And ultimately, like I said, I think this might be my favorite barn that I've ever done, ever. You guys ready for a quick tour? Shaders, activate. So, first of all, I am dedicating this farm to Peabernod, aka Cheeky Frog, although Cheeky Frog is currently dead in the cemetery, so I made this Peabernod's farm. He's been asking for a while for a windmill house, and I didn't make you a windmill house, but I made you a house. And soon I'm going to make you a windmill, just be patient. Let's go inside though, and I'll show you guys the interior. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. You walk into a little bit of a kitchen slash sitting area here. I thought the kitchen was kind of cool. It's got a little bit of an island sticking out. And then if you come through this way, I got a little bit of a like a blanket hanging for a door that takes you into the bedroom. And I'm super happy with how this turned out. There's so much atmosphere going on in here. I made a nice big old double bed with a super cool headboard there. You got great views looking out over the farm. I think that's super cool. And then this little thing is supposed to be like, I pretended it was like a poking stick for like the fire, you know, if you needed to poke it or stir it around or something in there. I don't know, I thought it was kind of a cool little idea, cool little detail. That's it though for the interior here. Now, let me take you around, and I'm gonna put you in the old F5 view for a second, because as soon as we round yonder corner here, y'all's gonna see, oh, there's a little peek. Y'all's about to see my favorite build I think I have ever done. I don't know, maybe not the favorite, but it's definitely up there. Behold. Wow, my barn. Oh, but before we get there, I added like a little wood chopping area back here. That's what this is supposed to be. I got the chimney there for the house, and I figured the farmer can hang out back here and choppy. But the barn, check out the barn. It's got a little bit of a silo kind of attached over here. And it's got like the weather vane on top. I thought that was a cute little detail. And then as you come up to the front here, I've built this little cart, and I got it full of hay. And there's a little bit of a crane sticking out of the top part there, helping them get it up into the rafters there. And if we come inside, it's got a full interior as well. And I put our skeleton horses, Alabella and Emma, live in here now. That way they don't have to just sit out in the rain. And so as far as decorations went, I kind of just spammed like horsey looking stuff around everywhere. We got some armor, we got some grindstones, we got some lassos. In here I figured was like a bigger area where they could have a bit more space to kind of spread out, and they could get something to drink, and we got some hay so they could get something to eat. And this thingy here I thought was like a cool little, like you would sit here and like maybe work on their little hooves, their little horseshoes. Not sure, I'm not 100% sure how the whole horse thing works. I am not a horse person. In this room we have like a little tool shed, is kind of how I thought of it. It's like a little lean-to off the side of the barn, on the other side of the barn. And again, we got more horse stuff going on in here, but we also have some farming implements and some digging tools and stuff like that for the old farm. This is where it connects to the grain silo, and I just used it as storage for a bunch of wheat. And if we go upstairs, I'll show you kind of how that works. Take this ladder up here, and then this is the crane that sticks out and helps them. You know, you could have somebody standing here as it pulls it up and, you know, set it in here, and then you could carry it off this way, through this little opening here, and then you can just kind of drop it down into the grain silo. This is legit my favorite barn I've ever done. Maybe not favorite build, but definitely favorite barn, 100%. Coming back out and coming around, there's nothing over this way yet, but I do have a very, very special build for right here. Hint, it's the windmill. But coming around this way, this is about where the road ended when we did the big expansion and brought it down this way. We had it end about here. And again, nothing too special about this over here. Just you can see the lean-to out from this side and just a bit of a different angle on the build. I think it's too cool. Look at it up there on the hill. It's freaking majestic, man. I love it. This scene right here. Boom. That might even be the thumbnail. I don't know. Something like that might be the thumbnail. Maybe not. But as cool as it looks, it does look a little incomplete. We are missing something right here. And like I said, that is going to be the windmill. Luckily for you guys, I'm not going to be talking through this build. We're going to do it in the form of a time lapse. So as the sun sets here upon our beautiful new farm, why don't we kick that off? Farm complete, end scene. Let's check it out though. I got a lot of stuff I want to show you guys, starting with my weird little scarecrows down here. They're not going to be the center of the show, but I wanted to try and do like a diagonal looking scarecrow, and meh, you can't win them all. But we do have this sweet ass windmill up here, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Because briefly, I do want to mention we put a couple of carts. I put one in this field, kind of loaded down with hay to show that they've harvested it, and maybe they're getting ready to bring it up to the windmill or over to the storage silo here. And then if we come up to the house, we've got a little outhouse, a little toilet, little outhouse I built here. I'm not 100% sold on it, especially the roof. I think is way too big, but I definitely wanted to have an overhang on it. But I also wanted to keep it small so it felt like an outhouse, you know? I showed you guys this barn, but I also added a little tool shed over here just with some extra like kind of farm stuff, extra little wheelbarrow here, extra smithing table and crafting bench and stuff like that. So it's got some functionality as well. And then we get to this guy over here. I know I said the barn was my favorite, but then I built a windmill. And now I think maybe the windmill is my favorite. Honorable mention over here is this cart. I built another one. It's the same as the other two, only this one's empty. So it kind of adds to the story a little bit. We've got the full one over there at the harvested field. We've got the empty one here at the windmill. And we've got a partially full one getting loaded or unloaded, however you want to look at it over here at the barn. So there is a little bit of an interior, but I didn't build it as big as I probably should have. But either way, I think it still tells a little bit of a story. So first of all, let's go upstairs. Again, not much room, but it gets the job done. So this is the beam that runs out to the blade of the windmill, and then there's a counterweight that hangs out back. And my idea is that this would turn with the windmill, you know, the wind would push it around, and it would turn this log, that would come in here, and it would turn this log. So if we go back down here, this log spins around and it pushes this. Imagine this is like a blade and it spins it around like this, and it grinds up your flour. It makes your flour for you. See what I mean? It pushes it all around, and that's what the stuff's supposed to be here. I don't know, imagination, storytelling, pretend. So like I say, not much of an interior, but check out this exterior though. Absolutely love the way this thing came together. One of the things, so the main thing I wanted to do with it, two things. I knew I wanted to build it at a diagonal, again, because I apparently I like suffering. But I also wanted to build the blades at like if you notice, it's not just at like a 45-degree angle or straight up and down. I wanted to build it at kind of a weirder angle just to make it unique and stand out a bit more. And stand out it does. I think this place is starting to come along quite nicely. We do have a few glaring empty spots that we're gonna have to take care of, but we'll get to those very, very shortly, and very, very soon actually. For now, I think I'm gonna wrap this episode up. I think that's enough building for one episode, and we're gonna get this one out to you guys so that you can hopefully enjoy it. And if you do, maybe leave a like on it, maybe subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you wanna see next, tell me what you think we should do. Also, what was your favorite build from today's episode? We got a lot done, lots of structures, lots of cool little details. The farm, I think everything really adds a lot to this place and makes it super, super cool. So like always, I can't thank you guys enough for watching. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I hope you all have a good day, night, whatever you're having, wherever you're at, and I will see you next time.